The Contact Manager is very powerful and efficient. You will find many hidden nuggets to help you stay on top of client follow-up. You access the Contact Manager by clicking on the name of the contact in the call list, the social series list, or even under the all contacts list. Let's start by clicking on Dennis Wilson, the narrator of this video. One of the first things you'll see is the time that it is for the person that you're about to call. Now the little hidden part of this is if you click this, you can actually set their time zone so that that'll always stay accurate regardless of whether they're in your time zone or somebody else's. We also have a place where you can set whether you're currently on daylight savings to make sure this stays accurate year-round. You can add a picture to this contact here by clicking on the pen as well as size it. If you do enter the data by way of a business card scan, the business card will show here as you see now. You can change the gender of a contact by clicking the little gender icon beside the first name. As you type a company name, it will auto look up from any other company names you've entered into the system to ease data entry. In this case, we know Dennis Wilson is with salespersondream.com. You can also click this icon to bring up a list of all of the people you have in your database with this same company name. In this case, I click this icon and you can see that 2 people in the system are with the company Salesperson Dream, Dennis and Judo, and you could access their full records by clicking on their name. I'll go back to Dennis. Beside the company name field, you find the category. Here you can select from existing categories, which then become searchable in the search interface, as well as add, edit, and order the categories with the list icon beside the category dropdown. This is the interface where we can add, edit, set the language, and the sort order of all the categories we have available. We can set which is the primary contact method by just clicking the gray box beside any contact method that is not green or already primary. Doing so has that contact type become your primary and float magically to the top of the list. The check mark saves the information you just entered, and the trash can will delete this contact method. The wireless logo allows you to subscribe this contact to a follow-up series of your choice. It could be a social series, or just an email or text SMS series. You will see that you can select the series as well as see the type of series, set their status, and set the next date you wish the series to be sent. You also could create or edit a series from this page. Manage Contact Types allows you to add, edit, and set the sort order of the list of available contact types. Again, much like categories, you can control the language that they'll show up in, the sort order, and the category and description of your contact methods. Carrying on, we get to the last contacted. Last contacted in many cases gets set automatically based upon other actions in the system, but you can also manually set it with the date picker or by typing it. Follow-up is the next date you will follow up by phone with this contact or to have an appointment. If you are calling them today and they tell you they will be away for a week, you will see you can conveniently select the next follow-up date to 7 days, and the contact upon updating will disappear from your calls list, not to reappear until the date they're back. You can also use the date selector to select an actual date, as well as just type your date, so whichever method is most efficient for you just works. Priority is a very versatile feature that gets tied into from many angles while using the Small Business Dream system. First, you could just set it here. Your call list is ordered by priority first, then within priority, date added by descending order. This allows you always to have your best priority clients first and your newest contacts first within that priority. You can actually have the answer to a particular survey question reset the priority to something else. If you ask the question of what is the budget for your project and they answered $10,000 and you know this makes them a premium contact, you could make them a priority 1 or even 0. So they are above the normal 2 that they would come in with if they were just going through your default sales funnel. We also have a special button feature that if a button is clicked on your site, it will reset the priority. So maybe you ask a simple question, would you be interested in getting started today? And if they clicked yes, you make them a priority 1. If they say no, you reset them to priority 5. The possibilities are endless. Don't worry, if the preset sales funnel doesn't fit you perfectly, you have control with all these great features to tweak things yourself, or you can always contact us and utilize one of our great consulting packages to have one of our experts do it with you. Now let's take a look at the phone script. We've set up a simple one for this demonstration, but the framework allows as much detail and definition as you like. You will notice in this case the name of the person being called is automatically inserted, as is the owner of the Small Business Dream system. Our sub-users license can allow you to set up various sub-users as users so they can have their information auto-populated to the phone scripts as well. If you can imagine a follow-up script, our experts can help you populate it if you can't do it on your own. The Add Note field is where you can add notes based upon your conversations. Or, as we like to do, paste any email communications into a note so you have a clear picture of all communications by any medium with this customer or prospect. To the right, you can see the left message button. Pressing this is the same magic described earlier. It will stamp a note in automatically saying you tried to leave a message, send the customer or prospect an email saying you tried to leave a message, and update their next follow-up date to 3 days from today. The content of the left message email is customizable by you in the Action Subscriptions area. You can see some other automated buttons as well. You can set whatever content to the email you like. So when you click on any of the options of bad time, interested, wrong number, no answer, you can have your chosen email go directly to the person and have a note stamped and the next follow-up date automatically set to 3 days. So you can move on to the next person on your action list. If you click the No Contact button, it will automatically set their priority to 10 and set their next follow-up date to never, but it will leave them in any email series you have them in order to keep dripping on them. The Update button allows you to just add a note and click Update and stay with the same person's record so you can continue to do more work with this contact. Or you can click Update Action List to return to the action list and get on to your next contact. Or if you were working from your All Contacts listing, you could click Update and All Contacts to be taken back to there. This just makes the navigation and getting on to your next call or action much faster. With Custom Email, you can do an email on the fly, right from the system, that will be recorded into your notes area after it is sent. So for example, let's just type some random stuff and send the email. You'll see that we can now see that the email was sent and that was the subject of the email. When you use the custom email function, it is sent through the back-end mail server of our system, not through your own actual Outlook or whatever email account you use. It'll be replied to your email address, but it'll be actually sent from the system itself. Under the email section, you could also choose to access the Action Subscriptions area to either set up an email or a social series for this contact. You can also select from any of our preset quick send emails pre-populated with client data by macro. These would be used for things that you send out over and over and over, but you don't want to always send a custom email and type in their name and maybe their address or any other macro fields that we can just automatically insert. You can delete a contact. When you click delete, you do get a verification to make sure you didn't do it by accident. Once it's deleted, it's gone, and all email series and everything to do with this contact are canceled. So next we actually have the notes history. So you can see from some of our testing, we can see some notes that have been stamped in, and it'll track your history right from the beginning of time for this customer. We recommend that everything you do, you put into the note. If you send a text message, put in a note that you sent the text message and what you said. That way, whenever you're dealing with a contact, you have a full history of everything that's gone on between them. Obviously, if you make a phone call, write down a little summary of what you said on the call. You'll find your prospects are absolutely blown away when you remember that they went away for 2 weeks. The more notes you do, the more power you get. Even in the case of a restaurant, if you write down client preferences in the note, so as they book an appointment, you take a look, you know that they like that particular wine, you can make sure you have it in stock, or you know they like the cheese sauce, you can make sure that the chef knows to prepare the cheese sauce for them. So very, very powerful to keep notes about your prospects, whether you're in the retail world, the restaurant world, wholesale world, business to business, business to customer. Information is power, and this is where you can amalgamate all your information. Finally, you can actually see the survey questions that the person answered when they went through your survey. So the question and answers are all recorded for you to see from all surveys that they answer. Now, if we scroll back up to the top, we can actually go to some of the other tabs that hide even more ability to collect some information. First, we'll look at the address tab. Not a lot here, just all the address details. If you've collected them in the survey, they'll be pre-populated. Otherwise, you can add them as you learn them, or they're part of the import filter. The Miscellaneous tab actually has some interesting functionality. Starts with a client ID. So if you are using another kind of a system, you could actually tie the two systems together by putting the client ID of your other system here, and that way you could always cross-reference what number they are in the other system. Collecting their spouse's name is often a good professional sales technique. And of course, once you have their spouse's name, if you do happen to have them pop by and you know it's their anniversary, whether you're a flower shop or a restaurant and you know it's their anniversary, you can actually choose to send an automatic anniversary email, which will use their spouse's name and their name to say, congratulations, you do have control of the content, so it'll come from you. You could offer a special anniversary offer, and that'll just automatically happen based upon you putting in their anniversary date. Obviously, if you're not going to collect their spouse's name, it's best that your anniversary email wouldn't have the spouse's name mentioned. You can do the same with a birthday email. As soon as you put in their birthday and you click yes, you want to send them a birthday email. In fact, it's defaulted. Both of these are set to default go out. So as soon as you add the date, they'll just go out. And again, with the birthday email, you send the email out. You could offer a free drink or a free dessert or a free dry cleaning or whatever special offer you wanted on their birthday, or you could just wish them a happy birthday and have them think that you're just the nicest company for remembering. Now here's a very important feature, the unchecked to permanently stop emails. It gives you the warning it can't be reversed if changed. If someone opts out, this will automatically change. And of course, if they opt out without using the opt-out link or the remove link at the bottom of each email, but they tell you, or maybe reply with remove or in some other way tell you that they want to be removed, you'd bring them up here. You would change this to no. And once you've set this to no, it can't be undone. So it protects you from spam. It protects a new employee from thinking, oh, I'm just going to make everyone okay again and I'll try sending to everyone. This will actually stop that from happening. So once it's no, it's permanent, and that's just to make sure you're always in compliance with spam laws. Now the custom data tab, this is where you can actually add as many custom data fields and collect as much information as you wish. So here you can see we've just set it up to show that you could collect their hair color if you wanted. So based upon what hair color they have, you could collect that. If you click edit custom fields, you'll see the interface where you can actually set up your own custom fields. So in this case, we've got what color is your hair. Now we need to set up the attributes or the answers. So by clicking attributes, we get access to all of the answers that we've set. We can set an answer, we can set a sort order. This means what order on the list they're going to be. You can have as many questions and as many answers, and whether it's a drop-down list or whether you're going to do radio boxes or free-form text, everything's available much like the survey engine for you to collect some actual custom data fields. And that about sums up the functionality in the Contact Manager and ways that you can get in and play with your data.